episode 71 on the 9 Point Start the Dream podcast.
Welcome to 9 Point Started with a Dream podcast. Our goal is to showcase the stories of athletes and the community that supports them by being authentic about their journey. Here's your host, Jacoby Gillum.
Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host as always, Jacoby Gillum. This episode, we have Greg Motley. He's a pro basketball player, and this episode is more just about his journey, but about chasing the dream, you know, and really just visualizing and just working to make it happen. You know, Greg is just like most athletes, you know, like we dream of having, you know, the shoe deal, the brand, the whole world knowing our name, and it's so cool to see how he's going about pursuing that journey and the steps he's taken and the growth he's made so far. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope you gained a lot of value from his journey overseas and what he's doing. And let's get to it. When you were younger as an athlete, what was one of your biggest dreams, goals you wanted to achieve?
To be honest, the goals that I really want is right now is to be established. I want that international platform. I don't know if you're aware of some of these international athletes that have platforms. Some use it, some don't. I want that international platform where I'm playing on one of these big teams, one of these big national teams, and once I can play on one of those national teams, it can only go up from there. Then I want to start doing other revenues with my brand, my logo, me as an athlete, stories, you know, pretty much, you know what I mean, doing everything else outside of basketball, but still playing basketball. So that's what I really want, and that's the vision I want to see, and of course make a lot of money from it. So I'll be lying if I say I want to make no. I'll be lying if I say I want to make no money from it.
Love it. So when you're a kid, what was the dream then before it kind of got to where it is now?
As a kid, man, see, the thing is, as a kid, I didn't know this business. I didn't know what this business was about. All I saw was, you know, athletes. I came up in the area of 2000. So I seen athletes, you know what I mean, they go up on there. And besides, I think it was more of a chance then than now. You know, now it's all political. Then, you know what I mean, it's not what you know, it's who you know. If somebody can get you in the door, you know what I mean, they can get you in the door. That's how it was back then. So I felt like it was a lot, I don't want to say easy, but it was more accessible. And, you know, I was blinded by the basketball, and I was also blinded by their jury, because Allen Iverson was a big impact on my life.
Oh man, me too. Add all the jerseys, add the AIs and everything, add the headband, you know. So I feel you.
Yeah. So Iverson, him and his jury, and him as an athlete, you know, it was okay to be black. You feel me? And they gave me hope, especially out here in Memphis. So when I was young, I possibly thought, I just knew I can go to the NBA. But as I got older, when that social media grew on us real fast, man, it pretty much made me go to a different direction. Like, okay, what if I don't know this person, that person, that person? You know what? I might not have a chance to get in the NBA. So let's see what international holds for me. And I've done some research on an international basketball, and man, they get paid just as well as them, sometimes more. So once I saw that, I'm like, okay, I can invest in myself when I do see that type of money. And then on top of that, you being idolized over there. So, you know, the same techniques that we got up over here in the United States, I can apply to it in China. You know what I mean? I could come up with a commercial in China. You know, they Americanized, and I could come up with a sneaker in China. You know what I mean? Because
look at Marbury right now.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he got a statue up over there.
Yeah. He went from being, you know, in the U.S. not getting much love to over there. He's a king.
A Jordan.
Yeah.
So I want that, man. I want that, man. I'm 25 years old, no wife, no kids. Man, this is, I don't want to say this is all I know, because I'm fortunate enough to know a lot. But man, this is something I want, man.
So for you so I know for me with sports now, when I was like really competing, you know, sports was like, it gave me the power. It kind of fueled my need for wanting respect and kind of that kind of feeling. So for you, what feeling does sports give you?
Well, the sports is, well, the thing is that you get my adrenaline rushing, but I must say, I must include that I'm athletic. So my athletic ability that I have now, you know what I mean, definitely gives me the urge to step up on that floor because I love sports. I really do. And yeah, that pretty much make the game fun, especially when you can get out there and you can just jump as high as you possibly can. That's exciting. You know what I mean? My heart bleeds. My heart
So,
bleeds.
so for you, when you were a kid, you know, you were seeing Iris and you were seeing the culture, and you were like, "I want to be that." How did you? How do you go about achieving that, or taking steps towards that?
Well, the thing with Iverson is pretty much, you know, being yourself. It's like two guys that I grew up on, Jordan, Iverson, and Kobe. And I don't know if you paid attention to all three of those names I just said. Each one of them have a shoe deal. So I see, like, at a younger age, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, yeah, a Jordan sneaker. But then again, I'm sitting there thinking, like, how much Jordan making off this? Like, how much money he making off this? So I see the business side of it, you know what I mean, of the game. I mean, I'm blessed enough. I'm blessed enough to know the game and play the game, but I see the business side, and I want to, you know, what it's like to walk up in a store overseas and see my name, you know what I mean? See my logo somewhere, you know. So those guys, man, I admire, you know what I mean? They not my heroes because my parents my heroes, but I admire Jordan, Iverson, and Kobe because, man, they just was able to be themselves and master the game in their own way. In their own way. It's beautiful, man.
And that, for instance, they were able to position themselves to have more, you know, they get to have more of a platform because they had athletes like you saying, "I want to be that one day." So for you,
Right.
it's like you want athletes look at you and be like, "I want to be like Greg one day."
Right.
I love that, man.
Right.
And I think when we have that, it makes our dream have more weight to it, and we know it's not about us all the time.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the heart I'm taking with this.
So for you, when you were growing up, you know, did you say you went JUCO first and then D2, or how was that
Well,
process?
yeah. This is a crazy up and down basketball story, man. I have a crazy one. So I started out, of course, in high school, West Memphis High School, a rural area. You know, where also politics was played there. You know what I mean? There were some players that I was playing on the team with that had a little leverage that already was ranked in the nation. And you know, I can't sit here and just tear them down, but after high school, they stopped playing. You know what I'm saying? So that made it even more worse. But I wasn't playing in high school. I didn't get enough clock. I didn't get film. You know, it was sour in high school. So that can tell you pretty much from there how the hell I'm gonna find me a school to play for right afterwards. I ended up going with a package deal with Big Sean to Mississippi Delta. Big Sean Lee Harris, his real name. He was a 7-footer that used to go block shots and get every rebound. When I mean he cleaned the glass, he cleaned the glass. He ended up going to a JUCO in Mississippi Delta, Moorhead. I ended up going with him, and my dad pretty much pulled me to the side because, like I said, he was my hero, and he pretty much told me, if you play for the school, you got to graduate from the school. So JUCO, like, what if I get another opportunity? I'm like, yeah, nah. I told the coach I'm a red shirt. He was like, which is fine, you know. I was pretty much just sitting there, going to school and practicing, and mid-season, I want to say in Christmas, you know how everything goes in Christmas. Everybody get a chance to go home. I went home and I was trying to find me another school to go play for. It was this Coach Spencer Williams from out of Memphis, Tennessee. I want to say South Memphis. He was coaching at Lincoln University in Jefferson City, Missouri, and half of their team was pretty much going through I want to say academic situation, an academic problem. And a friend of mine that I went to school with in West Memphis pretty much reached out to my father, was looking for my cousin, actually, Deshaun Watkins. He also played at UTEP, Texas El Paso. He went D1, but he was looking for him, seeing was he still playing, because they heard it was a situation at UTEP, and it was like he's not in school or whatever. And my dad also told him that I wasn't in school. So the Coach Williams came to see me at the gym, seen me got up shots and seen me sit on the rim, seen my athletic ability and see what I was capable of. And he was like, we automatically go need a player like you. So he automatically brought me on board at school. First game I had 27. In the second half, my college was started pretty much, going up, but we was getting our ass kicked. And we end up losing both of the coaches through other reasons I pretty much can't explain why. And we end up bringing another coach in at Lincoln University. And he pretty much didn't see this. We didn't see eye to eye. This new coach that came in, we didn't see eye to eye. He was more of a system coach, which is nothing wrong with that. It's just that he wasn't a system team. If he would have understand that by seeing our record, but we didn't see eye to eye. I barely played, and like I said, it was Lincoln University. It's the Division II basketball school, so it's so much, you know what I mean? And after that, I pretty much didn't have a leg to stand on, so I ended up going ABA out there in Laredo, the gateway city of Mexico. I played there for 2 years, and my experience out there, man, is learning the business side of basketball. I learned a lot when I was out there in Laredo, and now that I got this business on lock, I ended up going on tour in Europe, Eastern Europe, in Bosnia. I ended up going up over there. I ended up staying up over there for a year. And when that's a learning experience myself, because I was doing this independently. I didn't have Damien at the time. I didn't have ops management at the time. I didn't have no management at the time. I was pretty much doing this all off the Messenger, Facebook. Yeah, So with that being said, man, that wasn't the best experience. I ended up going out there trying out for a team, right? Get this. He texts the player after we got done, after my first day of practice. I thought I did good. You know what I mean? I couldn't speak up on the other behalf of Don Singleton. He ended up playing in Garage Day. But make a long story short, I ended up supposed to have been playing for their team in Sarajevo, but they was taking too long to make their judgment call because I wanted to stay there and play so bad. You know what I mean? I saved up every dime that I could for a plane ticket to get over there and play. So my man ended up asking me, he was like, is you going to stay or whatever? I'm like, yeah, if I can play. But he ended up texting him, that he said that he wasn't good enough or whatever. So I assume he applied that to both of us. So I ended up hitting another coach in Garage Day. I went to Garage Day, dominated, you know what I mean? But they felt like that I was a one-on-one player, that I was so Americanized, you know what I mean, that they didn't want to have anything to do with me. So I don't want to say he cut me, but he pretty much sounded like he cut me. So I ended up waiting around. God bless Edna Soul. I ended up waiting around. She was pretty much helping me during the time in Europe, and she also translated everything for me. I had another tryout. I ended up dominating tryout, but he was like, I'll take someone's money, and they don't have that much money. I ended up leaving there. Once I left there, I went to Savince. Savince was amazing. I loved it there. I loved it. I loved it, everything there. If God could have did anything different, he should have sent me there first, soon when I got there in Bosnia. But due to lack of me having my visa being expired, I couldn't play. I couldn't stay and play because my visa ended up expiring. This is when I needed an agent during the time. This is when I learned that I need someone to represent me. This is when I learned I'm going to need help, that I can't do all this alone. Just by sitting there trying to talk to presidents, and then on top of that, other club managers, and then, yada, 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 whoever else that helps with the money, financial issues, figuring out where I'm going to stay, living expenses. It's hard to focus on that and basketball at the same time. So, man, I learned a lot from these little few years of me in the pro, by me getting cut, getting the door slammed in my face, and being told no from the previous times. All this shit do is make me want it even more. wanted even more, more hungry. You know what I mean? Because I know what this game can give you. I know the outcome, and I know what it is on the other side of the road.
So for you, every no it kind of had a fuel to the fire for you.
Yeah, it really did. You know what I mean? You know, well, to be honest, things like that usually deteriorate a player. Things like that usually be like, I don't want to do this shit no more. Because like the previous people I talked to that did supposed to go play up overseas, stuff like that got to them. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Yeah, you know, 1,000 miles away from home, I could just work a job and make money like that. All that did was just add the fuel to the fire. Like, oh yeah, that's how y'all gonna do me when you know I'm a good player. You know what I mean? Like, oh, y'all gonna reap what you sow. Y'all gonna reap what you sow. Y'all gonna feel this, and I still want it even more.
And I felt that, like you say, y'all gonna feel this.
Yeah.
And I think too, it's like a lot of times we all have these dreams, right? These big ambitious dreams, but we don't always see the roadblocks that becomes part of achieving the dream.
Right.
So I think sometimes I know I've learned the hard way on this too. It's like when you have a dream in front of you and you can taste it, and then you lose it.
Mm-hmm.
You appreciate when you begin. Because like when I was the OU, I got cut, and I came back the next year. I was like, "Ooh, okay, I need to take advantage of this. I need to do the things the right way." So for you, when you got cut the first time, was it almost like, "Okay, now I know I need to do things better this way and this time."
And when I did, well, the things that cut me was like, if I was to tell that to another man, they would be like, "What?" Like the first team that cut me. Well, thing is that the first team, it sounds like as I go back and read the message, I cut myself because when I left to the other team, right, I'm playing with the other team. I'm coming from a game. I get a message from them, and they was like, "Hey, where are you? We was looking for you." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I end up leaving. I'm in garage day. They was like, well, you know, we didn't want the other player. We wanted to keep you around. We wanted to take you to Serbia to go play. And I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm like, hold on, but y'all text another man about my situation talking about we wasn't good enough. It was like, yeah, we didn't apply that to you. We didn't text you. We only text him. So you mean to tell me I went to go play for a small club when I could have stayed at a national team? That cut my heart. That cut my heart, man. That cut my heart. That cut my heart. That cut my soul, man. And I'm like, you mean to tell me I'm over here playing in a small club and y'all text him, he told me, and I assumed you were talking to both of us. It was like, nah, we was only talking to him. So I'm like, what the hell I'm doing at this small ass club then when I could be playing for a national team?
I mean, and no diff on him, but it's like sometimes it just shows how not people don't always want to see you do better than them sometimes.
Right.
No, and dang, so pretty much, so you just left. You didn't even ask them like, "Hey, what's up?" You just you took his word for what he said, and it's like, "All right, we out."
Yeah, like, see, the thing is that this how I'm gonna paint the picture for you. In Eastern Europe, my first day there, his second day there, and I had a practice, and like I said, I'm confident. I had a good practice. First day off the plane. We go practice. We go to practice. After practice, you know what I mean, I had a good day. You know, we go sit at a bar. We sit down at the bar. We sitting there chilling. We just making all these plans, talking about all these goals. His name is Don Singleton, and he was like, yeah, whatever. And he get this message off Facebook Messenger. You know how this basketball business rolls. He was like, yeah, we think we already have our type of players. You guys don't fit the criteria, yada, yada, yada. You know, pretty much stroking them softly that, you know what I mean, that he's not going to be on their team. You know, and there's other Americans coming in and this, that, and the fifth. We don't think you can fit the role. And, you know, we're going to go a different direction. He looked at me with a sad puppy face. I'm like, what? You know what I mean? And it was like, yeah, okay. So I'm like, if you referring that to both of us, that automatically rubbed me wrong. Like, how the hell are you going to sit there and talk to another man about my situation? Like,
That's confidentiality where I come from. You come speak to me, like you message me. You have my info. You have my message. Why are you just speaking to one guy? One thing you relate to something. One thing you relate to him. That's on him. That's for him to know. If you're gonna relate something to Greg, holler at me. You know what I mean, personally, direct. And he ain't do that. You know what I mean? He ain't do that until I left when I was in another little continent. You know what I mean? So imagine how I feel. I still shoot myself in the foot today because I'm supposed to be on that national team. But you know what I mean? I'm like, y'all handle that wrong. You know what I mean? How you gonna sit there and message somebody else, man, and don't message me to let me know what's going on? That's his phone. You feel me? What if I'm not? You know what I mean? You know, of course he told me, oh yeah, he didn't think we're good enough. We got to move around. You know what I mean? So I end up moving around quick as possible. I came all the way to Europe, and I'm not going back to Memphis without any situation. So yeah, that's why I just up and left. I packed my bags, called the coach. The coach was outside less than an hour, man. Less than an hour. I was kind of scared and skeptical, but I'm like, man, what if this guy's weirdo? You know what I said? But you know, he was all basketball. He was all basketball. He picked me up, winded down me, talked business about what we was gonna do, how we was gonna do it. The only thing I did like about him that, you know, he pretty much told a few fibs. You know what I mean? He painted a picture like he was gonna have a full roster and some players that's gonna play, but the players he had did not want to play, and the heart wasn't there for basketball. And, you know, it's kind of hard to play with somebody that's like that you eat, sleep, and thinking about this all day when, you know, they going on with their normal lives. Like, I need to be with a team that's going to take this serious. And Savinci definitely took it serious. They definitely did.
Man, that's a journey right there.
That's a journey, and it still is so far. So, for the most part, I signed with Damian Harper and Ops Management. And
Damian's a good dude.
Yeah, he's awesome, man. He's awesome, man. He always have great energy and great vibes. He's an awesome person, man. A real awesome person.
And also, what's next for you, man? So how did the rest of that journey go for you when it came to like playing ball overseas after you signed with Damian and such?
Oh, well, the thing is that with Damian is that I came to him down and out with nothing, man. I didn't have nothing. When I mean I didn't have anything. Visa expired. Didn't get a chance to get my film. Didn't get a chance to get that FIBA clearance. Didn't get a chance to, you know, get certified and play on that floor. You know what I mean? All I did was play little tour games, you know what I mean? What would they call it up over there? You got to use the professional term. God, I forgot how they call it. You know what I mean? I forgot how they call it, but it was some scrimmages up over there. I played in a lot of scrimmages. You know what I mean? Friendly game. Friendly game. That's what it's called. Yeah. That's what they call it up over there. I played in a few friendly games, a few of them. But like I said, man, that's pointless when you're trying to get another job as an American, because they ask for that film and they want that recent film. They want that film that says that recent date to date, so they known to the knowledge, oh, he's still playing. He's not sitting around. He's playing. He's active player. You know what I mean? And that makes a job easier to get picked. So imagine working with that and you just working with the same film you've been working with since ABA season. It's kind of hard, man. That's hard to do, man. It really is. So Damian immediately answered the phone and accepted the call and pretty much, you know, wheeled me in. You're like, look, we can help you with this, that, and the fifth. You know what I mean? He got, you know what I mean? To my terminology, he got connections all over. And, you know what I mean? And China sounds really good.
Hey man, fucking ball! I'll go to China because like just the thing. I've been watching like Marbury, and I'm like, yo, this dude really went from New York to having the New York of China, and the way they treat him.
Man, right. And you know, my style of play is very entertaining. What I do outside of basketball can be very entertaining. My artwork is entertaining. You know what I mean? I'm just not a boring person. You know, I'm well rounded. As one person told me, I was very eclectic. You know what I mean? And I feel like, China is the perfect place for me.
Glad you're kind of on this quest to really make your name known. How do you?
Of course.
What's the next big goal you want to achieve right now?
Next big goal, man, to put it out there for everybody to hear. The next big goal is for me to. Right now, I'm still trying to find me a country to go play for. I'm still in the mix of selecting the country, the honest God truth. But once I be able to get that real platform, like I talked about in the beginning, by me, one of those big teams, one of those national teams, those main league teams, you know what I mean? I'm going to bring this brand apart. I'm going to get everything documented in the legal way, the right way. You got to play that game. And I'm going to bring that brand on board. You know what I mean? I'm going to make it all visual. I'm finna start, getting adapted to the social media world, you know what I mean? And continuously playing, staying ready and enjoy life and be thankful for what my knowledge has and what me being able to go do this, being able to have this and build this resume, make a good living out of this, make a lot of money out of this and just bring everything apart, man, bring the artwork along, bring the writing along, bring the cartoon along, man. I got so much going on, man. I got friends that's into music. I'm gonna bring that apart, man. I'm bringing everything that I have, and I'm gonna build on it, and I'm not stopping. But for the most part, right now, to answer your question, not to go into a depth, man, my me playing and my artwork. That's the MO I want to have. If I was to sit there and go in and they ask me about occupation, and I'm an athlete, a professional athlete, and an artist, and I've never seen no one ever done that. Not to sit there and say I'll be the first person to ever do it. That's not what I'm trying to say. Is that it's something I'm passionate about. When I'm not in the gym, when I got free time, I'm at an art gallery with a date, you know what I mean? Or I'm doing art myself, you know what I mean? And or I catch myself watching some cartoons. It's just I look that much in depth with art, man. Like I did sculptures, I did a lot of paintings, you know what I mean? And
I know guy you need to meet. A friend of mine is named Justin Warner. He ran track and field for Canada. He's an Olympian or whatever. And he's in the art too, so I bet he can really kind of talk about the whole everything because he's in it just like you are, and I think kind of help you guys pick brains a little bit.
Right. See, I need to be speaking with people like that. See, man, I'm blessed, man. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm blessed to talk to you because I know you know some people. I know you heard a lot of stories, but yeah, I'm definitely into art and basketball comes first. No, I'm sorry. God comes first, basketball second, and art. You know what I mean? I want to put basketball and art together.
Dude, that's awesome because I think a lot of us, we like I know myself, I didn't know who I was outside of sports. And for you said you're like saying, yo, I'm an artist. I'm a creator. That's right. So you're already there.
Right. And, it's my dream just to bring it all together. I want to see what it's like to. I know Stephon Marbury. We had that luxury to step on that way lean floor with his Marburys on. Like they got to be a great feeling. You know what I mean? Like he stepped on the floor in his sneakers. That got to be awesome. I want to know what it's like to do that. Go ahead.
And imagine, walking out there in your own Greg Motley shoes that you designed.
Right. Because I didn't have nobody else design it for me. I'm the creator. Right. See, and no athlete doing that. I will be the first athlete that ever done that, and I will be shining light on international basketball because people will start paying attention to international basketball and sneakerhead. The way sneakerheads are, it's a cultural thing. You know what I mean? Because they want every sneaker that's possibly out there, and they get a whiff of a African American kid that's over there playing international, they're gonna want that Air Force One. You know what I mean? They're gonna want that sneaker. They're gonna want anything that I touched because Nike is doing a thing where it's that they reaching out to designers and artists on collaborations, and I want to know what it's like, or me to get that opportunity just to collaborate with Nike with the things I got on my iPad. Because man, I'm telling you, the things I got on my iPad is tremendous, but it's tremendous what I've created in my iPad.
Yeah, I love this, man. And I'm gonna say this, man. Like, don't stop, man. Like don't stop dreaming about this stuff, because I'm a big fan, like, of like law of attraction. If we put it out there, the world can give it to you. You just gotta be ready for it. So, I mean, they'll keep dreaming, keep manifesting this stuff, and it's gonna all align.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. I definitely would, because I wake up and I don't want to say I'm my own worst critic, but I am. I beat myself up about it. I eat, sleep, and drink about it, and just, when I'm going to the gym, I'm like, damn, like I got this big plan, man. This big knowledge that can be possible, that I can make a living out of. It's just, I just need Father God to just open up that right door.
Awesome, Greg, sure, man. So one last question for you, my man. So where you at, social media wise? When can we kind of follow you right now?
Oh yeah, yeah. You definitely can follow me at El Jefe, the Patron, at Doc_El Jefe_ and at the Patron. I'm pretty much building my Instagram back up. You You probably ain't gonna see what y'all want to see, but slowly for surely, y'all, it's definitely gonna pop up on y'all. Because people out here steal ideas, believe it or not. If you know what I mean, if you catch my drift, people.
I've been there. I know.
Yeah. I don't know if you're familiar with Kawhi Leonard. That was God talking to me. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard was with Jordan Brand. You was aware of that, right? Everybody know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Kawhi Leonard was at the Jordan. He was with the Jordan Brand. Kawhi Leonard got this hand logo that he got. It's a hand. His hand logo, and yeah, the claw. Right. So you is familiar with it. So make a long story short, man. I think Kawhi Leonard ended up leaving Nike to go sign with New Balance, and he was with New Balance. I don't know if you paid attention to it in the playoff areas or in the finals area. He had on New Balances, and Kawhi Leonard ended up suing Nike over his logo. You know what I mean? So I guess he probably wanted to use the logo with New Balance, and Nike didn't want to release it. So Kawhi Leonard got leverage because the logo he had was copyrighted in his stuff. So 9 times out of 10, somebody in his camp or somebody he knew, gave him that logo for him, and he brought it to Nike. And Nike wanna, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's deeper than that. Maybe it's deeper than what it sounds like. But all I know is that that's scary, because the logo I designed is me and it's my face, and I designed it in college, and it's everywhere. I got backpacks, man, jumpsuits, T-shirts. I've done basketball camps with it. To be honest, the kids was more excited about the T-shirt than learning the game. But that speaks on my art. That speaks on what I can create with my artwork, because I got some very, some interesting artwork, what I did with basketball, sometimes outside of basketball, sometimes just to give you a message and make you think. I'm a subliminal guy. So yeah, man, I'm definitely trying to copyright that. So that's probably why you won't be able to see all that up on the social media, but you will see me pretty much living and with a smile on my face and seeing things that's important to me or things that's unnecessary. So for the most part, yeah, man.
Yo, Greg, man, I know talking with you, man, because like each call, I don't really know what to expect, really. I like to just hear people's story, and
right.
It's just to hear your ambition. It gives me ambition. Just to think, to say that someone is saying, I know where I started, but I know where I'm going. And I think that's powerful for a lot of athletes to hear. That starting from whatever situation they may be, whether it's good or bad, and know that you just gotta just keep dreaming big.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of it. That's why I named this interview "Not Afraid of the Dark." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yo, Greg, man, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of your day. I know it's hot out there in Memphis, So get some HD.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm finna go get me and my baby sister. We finna go get us some ice cream, man.
Hey, live it up, man.
It was an honor speaking with you, man. I'm thankful for this opportunity. Hey, will I be able to hear this though? Will I be able to hear this?
Yes, sir. It probably give me about a week or so, but I'll give you a link to everything. It's gonna be on Spotify, Apple, and all that good stuff, and the website.
Yeah, I want to post this on my social media because this could go down as my resume. You know, this is when I started out. You know,
Hey,
and,
I'm glad to be part of your journey.
I get what I want. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm glad to be part of your journey, man. Honored to be a part of this.
Man, I'm glad to be a part of yours, baby. You got something going, man. I heard some of the stories up on yours, and you know what I mean. Once Damien hit me, like, you're gonna be up on there speaking. I'm like, let me search this up because I know it ain't no Memphis radio station. So let me search this up, and I seen it, man. I seen you. I seen your brand, man. I seen the folks you interviewing, man. It's a touching story. Some of these folks already got platforms you speaking with. You know what I mean? You a well-connected person, man. It's an honor being on your radio station, man.
Oh, it's an honor. Dude, man, I really appreciate that. Like, I don't know. I'm just a kid that had a dream, you know, and I want to other athletes want to achieve theirs. So I just want to just do whatever we can.
How you doing that? Nah, you doing it. You are already walking. A lot of folks talk the talk but won't walk. You walking. We walking, baby. Me and you are already walking.
Hey, I'm ready to start. You ready to start running?
Man, what you said.
Cool, man. Hey, well, we'll be in touch soon, man, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Likewise, baby. Likewise, man. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yo, thanks for listening to this episode of the 9 Point Started With a Dream podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please comment, share, leave a review. We would love to hear your thoughts. You can find more athlete-driven content at 9point.com. Till the next episode, you're only one opportunity away. Peace.